So will it be a Merry Christmas for Arsenal as we face Chelsea here at the Emirates on Boxing Day? In this video, I look ahead to that match. Hello, my name is Richard. Welcome back to my channel over and over and over again, the Positive Arsenal channel. In this video, I'm going to be looking ahead to Boxing Day's match here at the Emirates against Chelsea. Of course, it's a really important game now for Arsenal, isn't it? Just before I get into all that, I just want to make sure that you are subscribing to my channel. If you like what I do, please click the subscribe button down in the corner there. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up as well. If you've got any comments at all to make about the game on Boxing Day or anything to do with Arsenal, please drop me in the comments box. I do love to hear from you guys as well. So previous meetings, and in history, we've played Chelsea 201 times across all competitions. We've won 78. There's been 58 draws and Chelsea have won 65. So they're another team that historically we've got a decent head-to-head record in. Not so much so in recent years, although we've only actually lost one of our last 5 games with Chelsea at home. That was, of course, last season's game, almost exactly a year ago. Mikel Arteta's first home game in charge, if you remember. It was a good performance from Arsenal where we led 1-0 before finally conceding 2 late goals to lose that game. But I say that is our only defeat in the last 5, which has included 3 home wins and a draw as well, which was a 2-2 draw in 2018. Prior to that, though, we'd only actually won one of our previous 9 league games at home against Chelsea. We'd drawn 3 and lost 5, so it wasn't a particularly good run prior to that. In fact, we've actually met Chelsea 16 times in the last 5 seasons, and it's been quite even actually over that time. We've won 6, there's been 4 draws, and Chelsea have won 6. Of course, that includes 1 Community Shield game, 2 FA Cup finals, 1 Europa League final, and 1 Carabao Cup semi-final, of course, over 2 legs that was, plus, of course, the 10 league games as well. So it has been pretty even over the last few seasons. Of the last 42 times that we've played Chelsea, actually, since April 2004, if you remember, that was when they knocked us out of the Champions League during the Invincible season. We've only won 10, we've drawn 11, and Chelsea have won 22. So certainly since then, they've mainly held the upper hand. However, between 1974 and 2009, we only lost twice in 25 league meetings with Chelsea at home, which was at Highbury and at the Emirates as well. But since then, we've actually lost 5 of the last 12. So again, Chelsea have had the upper hand maybe more recently. Of course, it is now 5 Premier League games since we last tasted victory here at home. That was, of course, back in October against Sheffield United. That's included 4 defeats and 1 draw. Really, really poor record. Let's hope we can put this right on Boxing Day. So will Mikel Arteta make a lot of changes to this side following their defeat against Manchester City in midweek? Will he go for more of the younger players from the start this time? I'm not convinced he will. So for me, the team that I would go with would be Bernd Leno in goal. I would stick with a back 3 actually. I would go with Rob Holding, David Luiz and Gabriel. For the wing-back positions, I would have Ainsley Maitland-Niles on the right. I would have Kieran Tierney on the left. And in the centre midfield, it's got to be Mohamed El-Neni and probably bringing Granit Xhaka back in just for a little bit more experience. In terms of the front 3, I think Martinelli's got to start on the left if he's fit. If Aubameyang's fit, he would start through the centre, although I don't think he is. So I would throw Balogun straight in there. On the right-hand side, I would go with Bukayo Saka. So that would be my team. I'm just not sure that Mikel Arteta will pick a side like that. I think he may well go with the more tried and trusted players that he's been using quite regularly in recent weeks, such as Willian, such as Ceballos. I'm not even sure if he'll start David Luiz in the back 3, but we'll see. That will be my predicted lineup anyway. And that's a team I believe could potentially get a good result against Chelsea. it's a game that we simply have to get something from. I think another home defeat would really be put us in a difficult position. It would put Mikel Arteta really under pressure, and you'd have to wonder whether or not he'd survive into the new year. It is a big game, isn't it now? Chelsea have got a reasonably good record at the Emirates in recent years, although I say last year's victory was their first one for a while, but they're going well in the league. They're playing some good football. They score a lot of goals, and that's a problem, isn't it? Because we're not scoring. And if Chelsea do get 1 or 2 goals, it's going to be very difficult for us, isn't it? And I think Chelsea will come. They will look to play on a counter-attack, which is going to be dangerous for us. We're not very good, are we, when teams sit back and try and catch us that way? So we'll have to see what happens there. I want to be optimistic and believe that we can get a result, but I've got to be honest, I'm not confident at all in this game. Chelsea in recent years, I say, have had some good results at the Emirates, and I'd be surprised actually if we can win this game. So I'm going to be as optimistic as I can. I'm going to predict a draw. I'm going to predict Arsenal 1, Chelsea 1. So it's another massive game for us now, isn't it? Every single game seems to be so important at the moment as we're dropping closer and closer towards the relegation zone. It couldn't be a more tougher game, could it? If you think back to the game against Chelsea last season, it was Mikel Arteta's first game in charge. How urgent the players were pressing, what a great performance that was, certainly for 60 minutes or so until we ran out of steam a little bit, and then Chelsea managed to come back into the game and win it. But that level of intensity for pressing has just disappeared, hasn't it, this season? We're not doing it at all. And in fact, Martinelli's performance against Manchester City in midweek was the first time I've seen any of our players pressing with that sort of intensity. In fact, Martinelli reminds me quite a lot of Alexis Sanchez, actually, with his attitude on the pitch, how he wants to press defenders into mistakes, how he wants to drive the team on. And he's a 19-year-old kid. We're almost relying on him now. You could see the other night when he started pressing with aggression, other players started doing it as well. And it shouldn't take a 19-year-old to do that. We should be doing it anyway. And it was what Arteta said he demanded at the beginning. So I'm not quite sure where that's gone. I think if we play like that against Chelsea, we've got a great chance of winning. My fear is that we won't. And unfortunately, I think we could be heading for another disappointing result when I think it's going to be one game closer to the end for Mikel Arteta. So that's my preview there of the Chelsea game on Boxing Day. Please let me know what your team prediction would be. Which team would you pick for this game? Which team do you think Mikel Arteta would pick? Which players do you think are going to get in the team on Boxing Day? Let me know what your score prediction is as well. Do you think we can finally end this terrible run at home that we've suffered in the last few months and actually finally get a home win in the Premier League? Or do you think we're going to have to go into 2021 still waiting for our first home win since October? Of course, we've got 2 big away games as well coming up after this, haven't we? Relegation 6-pointers. Difficult to even say that, isn't it? It's difficult to even think that as an Arsenal fan, but that's what they are. So it is important that we do try to get something out of this game. I'll say I'm going for a draw. Let me know what you think. Stay tuned to the channel because I will be doing a live watch along of this game on Boxing Day and then a review of the game possibly on Sunday. So stay tuned to the channel. Lots coming up. I just want to say as well, Merry Christmas to everybody who's supported the channel over the last few months since I started it. It's really much appreciated. I'm well over 200 subscribers now. I'm really grateful to everybody that tunes into the channel. When I do my live shows as well, there's a lot of people coming on watching that as well in the chats and stuff. So I'm really grateful to everyone for your support. So Merry Christmas to everybody. Let's hope 2021's a better year, not only for us at Arsenal, but in general as well, because it has been a very difficult year, and I guess Arsenal's form kind of maybe sums it up, doesn't it? So thanks for supporting the channel. Hopefully I can keep doing some good videos going into the new year. Hopefully some Arsenal victories as well, which will cheer us all up, won't it? And in the meantime, I'll say stay tuned to the channel. Lots coming up. And of course, as always, come on, you Gunners!